Yep.
I got my revenge on her one time because she pissed me the fuck off. There's on like aisle like 6, I think it is. There's like these fucking these box things. And I don't know why. Like I know it's a stereotyping, but like I guess it's the fucking the language barrier. But I never had this problem. It's only with fucking people that actually like. I guess not even Chinese. I have to deal with this shit.
There isn't a language barrier. She just likes to pretend like she doesn't understand what you're saying.
No. On aisle 6, there's like these boxes, and they have like a big old sign, and they have it both in English and in Spanish that says like you cannot take these individually. They only can be sold as a box, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's I constantly have to deal with this, and I don't know again what's going on, but like these like fucking Mexican people come up and they want to buy it like piece by piece, and I always have to explain every time,
right?
Like what's going on, and I point to the sign every time.
Get out of my room.
And then at first they pretend like to not understand me, and then I point to the sign, they read it, and they go, "Oh, so we can't buy." And I'm like, "Oh, so now suddenly you can fucking understand me." Like I get, so that makes me like belligerent. But with like the third time this happened, Betty was beside me near it. And I was like sitting there, and I was like, "Betty, can you please explain real quick?" Because I just like I clocked in, I was coming, and I went down that aisle, and I was explaining to her, or I was trying to explain. Betty was nearby, and she was on the smartphone, the little first phone, and I go, "Hey, can you like can you explain this better to him? I guess he's not understanding the sign." And she goes, "I'm busy," and I'm like, "You can't just." And I go, "I just need help." I go, "I just need help to explain to him that he can only buy it." And she goes. And she points to me at the sign. And I go, "I have been pointing at the sign!" And like, I literally, like, I lost my shit. And then she just like glares at me and then walks off. And I was like, and she just like goes, "I'm busy." And I'm like, ooh. So, cut to like 2 weeks later. I had almost forgotten about this. Still, every time I see her, I think about this fucking time where she blatantly was just like, "I'm busy." And she's like 2 feet in front of the customer. And she speaks Spanish. And she can't fucking explain the sign! So, this guy, right?
Yeah.
After this is later, it's been like 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
I had almost completely forgotten about it until this person needed help in flooring, and they come at me like at a fucking like 8 out of 10 automatically. Like this conversation begins like at a fucking 8 out of 10,
Yeah.
and I'm like, this piece of shit's gonna be mad at me, and he needs help in flooring, and I go, "Oh!" And I go, "Well, Betty's down there in aisle 3, and she can help you with every one of your needs." And I send him on his fucking high hope, fucking pissed off way down there. And I'm just like, "Suck on that, Betty, you stupid cunt." And I start to leave, and then someone else talks to me, and what do you know? They also need flooring. So I take them, and I walk over to flooring, about like this is like 30 seconds later, and the guy is like sitting there trying to communicate with Betty. And they're like yelling, not yelling, but they're having like this argument, and I go, "She'll help them," and I go, "Hey, Betty," and then I wave at her, and I fucking shove those people next to her, and I walk off.
That's awesome.
Cut to 5 minutes later, customer needs information with prices on flooring.
Fuck
I take him by the hand, and I walk the flooring. Guess who's still there? Previous customer is an angry dude. I wave at her, and I go, "Hi, Betty!" And I fucking shove them at her desk, and she goes, No, I'm busy." And I go, "Yeah, you are."
I only heard like half of that.
She hasn't talked to me since.
I'm proud of you.